My God. It's full of shit.
Type. Shitty album. Released. In 2018, 15 copies. Recorded. Up a horse's ass. Prime rating. 3.25 stars out of 5 stars, from 395 ratings. Concrete, irrefutable proof, that most Rate Your Mucus users are completely tone deaf. Friends. 3.20 from 5 ratings. These are no friends of mine. Ranked. 436 for 2018. Who gives a flying shit how it's ranked on Rate Your Mucus? Genres. Failed experiment, edgelord metal, true cult black metal, non-music, random bullshit metal, bullshit, dross, manure, excrement, snot. Descriptors. Lame, boring, unlistenable, non-musical, predictable, unoriginal, generic, smelly, sewer, wannabe edgy, amateur, unintentionally stupid, clumsy, cretinous, childish, cliché, the Bon Jovi of extreme metal. Ideal for tone-deaf people, and the attention-seeking, insecure, very pretentious, and utterly stupid edgelord crowd. Perhaps also the easily scared newbie who's experiencing his first encounters with metal as a thrill-seeking horror trip crowd. You'd be surprised how many kids choose metal these days, according to how much it frightens them. Bloody millennials. As soft as freshly crapped poop, these 3 silly listener species should enjoy this. Real music fans, on the other hand, should steer clear from this garbage, as far away as is humanly possible, without falling off the edge of our very flat earth. We are devolving culturally, and in every other way too, so we may as well start believing in a flat earth again, as our ancestors did centuries ago. Oh, this is so beautiful. Typical edgelord comment. The typical and almost obligatory cheesy, flowery statement that comes out like unwanted spit out of the mouth of a budding edgelord. Or a veteran edgelord. Same shit, really. Right before they go on to a flowery, cliché-ridden, edgy semantic rampage, full of third-rate poetry which they use to pretentiously hail garbage music such as this unlistenable dross. No, there is no beauty in garbage, you monkey-eared edgelord, and there is certainly no beauty in being tone-deaf. Damn. These bloody silly edgelords think they are being so unique and different, when they try to boast how much they enjoy shitty ugly trash, which is when the cringe factor comes into play, because their phony baloney declarations of love for garbage is so bloody unconvincing. Like a person getting lashed repeatedly, yet claiming he is loving it. Besides, metal's edgelords didn't even invent this sport. The sport of pseudo-intellectually praising junk, trying hopelessly and helplessly to elevate garbage into art, with the sole aim of scoring points on the respect me intellectually scale, because that's all edgelords really give a crap about, to be admired for their alleged braininess. Ironic, because they are utterly brainless buffoons. You knew I'd say that, huh? I don't give a crap about being predictable. The Andy Warhol and Jackson Pollock crowd had done that already, decades before them. The Picasso crowd, I call them, for short. Edgelords are simply aping what's been going on in the laughable art world, for almost a century now. They are as original as a Bombay monkey stealing fruit in a garden. It's hilarious how odd, millennial kids get with the band name, the stupid album title, not to mention the album cover. Skulls. Because kids today spell it with a Z, to be rebels against the mighty tyranny of the letter S and the unbearable fascism of the spelling rule book, then they hear the music, and their impressionable tiny brains and ears are sold. So epic. Cult. Awesome. Then, to cement their edgelordism, to leave no doubts about how astonishingly hip they are, they hurl the most absurd word at this album that you can think of. It's beautiful. No, kid, even your poops are more beautiful than this dross. Do you even know what the word means, you pompous little 18-year-old twit? To maintain this bullshit scary edgelord image, Morris de Jong and others like him keep a low profile. Aided greatly by the fact that the media is, rightfully, completely disinterested in his trash, because he looks like a neckbeard. No banned photos, thank you very much. That would destroy the illusion. Scary skulls are so much scarier than an overweight nerd fiddling around spastically on musical instruments that he will never master. Admittedly, to anyone with a smidgen of sense, or maturity, neither is scary. I'm surprised whenever even 9-year-olds react to skulls these days. We're not in 1928, though evidently some people are. But I'm repeating myself. Just read what I wrote for Portal's amazingly shitty album Iron. It's all the...
Wow, I never expected someone from my hometown, Drachten, a small, rural city in the Netherlands, to be this high on the charts. I'm glad that, as Morris de Jong managed this, to me, impressive feat, it's accomplished with an album that is great all in all. I'm not a big metal buff, but I try to tune in whenever Gnaw Their Tongues drops a new album, and this release is absolutely one of the darkest albums of his that I listen to. Do recommend.
And now the first draft of this amazing review.
Wow, I never expected someone from my hometown, Drachten, a small, rural city in the Netherlands, like anyone gives 3 fucks, to be this high on the charts. Rate your mucus charts, which are laughed at the world over, except in my hometown of Drachten. Population 54. Inbreeding. Common. I'm glad that, as Maurice de Ping Pong managed this, to me, impressive feat, because to me recording even utter shite is always a feat. I can barely tie my own shoelaces, courtesy of aforementioned inbreeding in my hometown of Drachten, so just the fact that Ping Pong holds a guitar without falling over head first into the nearest open toilet is very impressive indeed, to someone like me. For example, when I wipe my butt, I am lucky that I don't accidentally wipe my face with a used piece of toilet paper. I am that clumsy. So obviously I am impressed with anyone who can hold an entire guitar without any major incidents. It's accomplished with an album that is great all in all. I'm not a big metal buff, and indeed I know fuck all about metal, but I shall give it a stab at being an edgelord for my 5 minutes of hipster fame by reviewing this turd pile that I pretend to enjoy, when in fact I will never listen to it again, because who can listen to such muck? Also, I am doing this stum review for patriotic reasons, because this homie is not only Dutch, but from my hometown, Drachten, plus also because he is my first cousin. His sister, also a cousin of mine, is my wife, in Drachten, so I am supporting Ping Pong for multi-reasons. Really. Edgelordism, patriotism, hometownism, familialism, and last but not least incestism, because I have a pro-inbreeding message that I want to relay at this point. Screwing your own half-aunt is totally underappreciated, much like shitty true cult metal for clueless asswipes is. I try to tune in my tone deaf, monkey ears whenever Gnaw Their Thongs drops a new album, out of their smelly Drachten onion asses, and boy can that turd fly. And this turd of a release is absolutely one of the darkest albums of his that I have, ever, barely listened to. It's so dark that I need a fucking flashlight just to press the stop button. Which I did after only 50 seconds after making the mistake of pressing play, but you could have probably guessed that anyway. Anyone who ever pressed play for this gobshite must have instantly thought about the stop button. That might even include Maurice de Ping Pong himself. I do recommend this grot to anyone who marries their own aunt, sister or cat, and anyone else who needs to be locked up for society's good.
Immeasurably depraved.
No, you confused, hipster. This is what is immeasurably depraved. Your shitty, dishonest, music taste. And your ears. They are immeasurably deprived. That is to say, deprived of oxygen, deprived of sound recognition, deprived of the pleasure of being quality ears. Send it back to Bandcamp. Bottom of the barrel, shit PE for teenagers, the black metal crowd. Probably cool if you want to give your grandmother a scare. I've always said that not all Rate Your Mucus users are clueless, daft, dishonest posers. There is that 5%.
One of the most unsettling albums I've ever heard. A really fascinating listen that has only grown on me. Of course, it's only fair that I mention at this point that I get very easily unsettled. Get a 5-year-old to prank me with a boo behind a see-through curtain, and I require weeks, nay, months, to recover from the shock of such a traumatic event. Show me a fish swallow a smaller fish, and I start screaming like a little bitch. Then I frantically phone all of my 11 shrinks for an emergency meeting. So no, I am not a great measuring stick at all for unsettlement, settlement, half-settlement, Mideast settlement or any other settlement-related issue, or indeed any issue regarding anything at all. In short, my bullshit opinions are that of a hipster, my mental stability is rotten, and my ears are like a penis that never gets hard. That I've ever heard. Yes, it is the scariest shit I have ever heard, but then again I say that for every new album, including Rihanna, Kanye, and Carly Rae Jepsen. This album has grown on me. Yet, considering that zits, boils, and yeast regularly grow on my body too, thriving even.
Shut up. Gnaw, your thongs are awesome.
No, they fucking aren't.
No. They fucking rule.
Do not.
Do, too.
Do not.
Do, too.
Do not.
Do, too.